When looking at sectional title properties, they seem to be becoming more and more popular. Why is that?
Well, I think as a genre of property, sectional title developments have certainly come into their own over the last number of decades, really, and they are a particular entity within the property sector which proves to be popular. They particularly have security aspects which are often proving to be popular, and they're a general property investment opportunity for investors, for buy-to-let investors, and for people looking to get onto the first rung of the property ladder. So there are a number of areas where they prove to be popular.
Do you find that they are popular within a certain segment of the market, or is it across the board?
No, it's across the board. I think that developers over the last number of years have been bringing sectional title developments onto the market, from affordable homes all the way through to the very most expensive homes.
A term that is often heard in the property arena is correctly priced home. What is a correctly priced home?
Well, I think this is more of an art than a science. So, there are a number of factors to take into account. There's obviously the general property market, there's the property market within a particular suburb, there's the property market within a particular street, and comparisons in terms of what similar properties are sold for. And one can get a general ballpark view of that, and then obviously the property specifics themselves. But at the end of the day, a property sells on a given day when the buyer and seller agree, and it's that particular moment that the property becomes correctly priced. So it's very much an art and not a science.
What role does the property agent play in that?
Well, they play a crucial role. They're the experts in the field. They're dealing with it every day. They've got a intimate sense of the market. They've got a very expert view of the particular suburb, and as a consequence, they are able to match buyer and seller in a professional way. That's the position of the ideal estate agent.
And therefore, I guess it is very important to choose the correct estate agent.
We would obviously say so, but we're talking to our own book.
Dr. Golding, what costs besides the deposit and the monthly repayment should prospective buyers be looking at when viewing a property? Because very often that's all people think about. This is what the deposit that I need, this is what my monthly repayments are going to be. But there are other costs attached to buying a home?
So there are the property transfer costs. I think one's got to take in the relocation costs, which are often underestimated. And then there are the costs of moving into the property and what it is that you want to do to make it as nice as you want to have it. So I think all of those factors need to be taken into account when one is considering a change in property ownership.
Statistics collated by the Pam Golding Property Group have shown that homes priced at over 10 million rand have shown real increase, have been on the increase in sales. Well, how has this come about?
Yeah, so I think it's important to point out that 141% is number of sales as opposed to 141% increase in value, first of all.
Yes.
And I think it's a consequence of the fact that post 2008, 2009, that market stalled. And very few transactions took place. So that 141% increase is an increase off that very low base. But we have certainly seen the market recover, both in terms of number of sales and in terms of house price growth starting to move again, in particularly that market, that top-end market.